Right guys, welcome back to another video, right? Okay, so if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Dave. I'm a firearm instructor here at Training and Tactics located in Benoni. My question for today is very simple. Which one do you think is better or more important, let's put it that way? Is dry fire or live fire more important? Now, this is a question that I ask because I hear a lot of guys going, I've got to get to the range, I've got to practice. Now, in my mind, you should be practicing every day, and that includes dry fire training at home. Now, if I asked you a simple question and I asked you guys, when you get into a car, what is the very first thing that you do? Most people will say, I put my seatbelt on, I put the key in the ignition, I start the car, or I adjust my seats or adjust my mirror. But actually the very first thing you do is you put your foot on the brake. And the reason why you do that is because it's muscle memory. So you have developed a muscle memory that when you get in the car, you put your foot on the brake, put your foot on the clutch, if you have a clutch, and you would start the car, right? So that has become natural for you and you haven't even thought about it. Now, handling a firearm should be the same way. When I pick up the firearm, I shouldn't have to think about where does my grip go? Is my sights in alignment? Now, I'm not talking slightly off, I'm talking generally in a line. Now, I've seen, guys, my gun is empty, okay, gun is safe. I've seen guys, they present the gun and they're doing this upward motion. And then they go, oh, I've got to line up my sights. Okay, now I've got it, okay, cool. Makes sense? Or guys will grab the gun and they will do things like this or like this. You know, they put their hand at the top, at the back. And I've seen funny things in this, and this, and this. And why? Because you don't touch your gun enough. So, dry fire to me is one of the most important things. And with our Defender program, the homework for the guys was dry fire every day. And it's simple, 10 reps every single day. If you do 10 reps every day, your shooting abilities will already skyrocket. And it's just from simple dry firing. You don't actually have to physically pull the trigger even, but yes, you can. Now, some guys are worried about their firing pins. Okay, so get dummy rounds, snap caps, put them in the gun. Then that way your firing pin will be safe, okay? Other guys, what they do is they take a little piece of cable tie and they just put a little bit inside the chamber section on the breech block so that it doesn't actually engage. So that actually the gun sits slightly out of battery and then they can run the trigger all day long without damaging the firing pin. Okay, so it is another trick that you can do. You just put a piece of cable tie in there and then you can run it without damaging the trigger. Okay, so little tips and tricks. But the rule of thumb is when you do dry fire is to maintain a constant. Now, it doesn't help that you do it fast and then mess it up. You have to physically do it slow and methodical and build up those repetitions. So that when you come in to get your gun, so if I pick a small spot in the mirror, generally it's a good idea, and you bring the garment out of the way, bring the gun up to the nipple, clap, and present the gun, find the gun, take the trigger to where it gets hard, squeeze it tight. Okay, now if you look, my grip is always the same because I've created that muscle memory. Okay, so I create that muscle memory by doing it slow. Rack it, come back. Okay, and you do that. It's up and on every time, and you find your sights. Okay, like I said, if you do this 10 times a day, every day, you will see how quick your gun will come up to the holster. Now, I've seen this, a lot of guys, they quick to the gun and then quick to return. Why? There's no need to be fast to returning the holster. It's quick to the gun, quick to the target. Get your sights on target, prep your trigger, make sure you're waiting. That is something you can also train in dry fire. If you pick up the gun, get onto target, don't let off the round go, prep the trigger, wait for that moment, and then you can send it, right? So, you know, prepping the trigger, wait for that moment, and then send it. You can practice all of these and do it slowly. Slow and methodical. every movement that you do, okay? And then you can jump onto mag changes. Now, mag changes, again, very simple, okay? If I present my gun, I bring it back into my workspace so that I can see the aperture. I can then get my mag, bring it up, and plug it in, okay? And then I can reset it. Reset, do it again. And if you want to reset it with a dummy round, reset it with a dummy round. So present, pull the trigger, nothing happens, tap back, gun will go lock back because the mag is empty, mag out, mag in, you can rack because you're racking the dummy round, and then you're on target again, and you can reset the whole thing again. Yeah. So, guys, dry fire for me is probably one of the most important things that we can do, because we don't get time to go to the range every single day, and we don't get time to blast, or we don't have money to blast off ammo every single day. The blasting of ammo, you don't need a lot of ammo to shoot accurately. You need to just know what your fundamentals are, and you can do all of those with dry fire training. You can make sure that you're prepping that trigger, making sure my sights are perfect, making sure my grip is perfect, controlling that trigger to the break point, feeling that break point with that trigger. The most important thing is that people don't touch their guns. They go to the range once a month or twice a month, and then they put their hands on the guns. That is not enough in my book. I believe that you should do dry fire every day, 10 reps every single day. And then you'll notice how you will have this relationship with your gun, where all of a sudden, when you pick it up, it's a natural movement, it's a natural thing. You are almost one with the gun. And I can see guys that touch their guns a lot, and I can see guys that don't touch their guns a lot. Guys that don't touch their guns a lot, you can see when they pick it up, they still got to find the safety. Oh yeah, put it in safety. Oh yeah, rack it up. Oh you know, touch and feel your gun. Okay. Anyways, that's my little bit of assistance for today. But you let us know in the comments what you guys think is better. Do you think live fire is better than dry fire, or dry fire better than live fire? For me, I personally believe that dry fire is probably 80% of your training, and live fire is about 20% of your training. So get dry firing, guys. It costs you nothing, and it's all done at home. Obviously, make your gun safe, please, before you do so. Otherwise, you're going to make your family very upset. Okay. Guys, have a fantastic day. As always, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics. I hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, share, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.